Hi, I'm Hillary.
And I'm Renee Flanga-Brenner.
And we work here at RCAL, the Resource Center for Accessible Living in Ulster County, New York. So hi, Renee.
Hi, and I'm the Special Education Advocate here at RCAL.
Oh, Special Education Advocate. It's a pretty cool job. So tell me a little bit about what a Special Education Advocate does.
So a Special Education Advocate is a person who advocates for a child with a disability, either in school district or in Committee on Preschool Special Education.
So, Committee on Preschool Special Education, maybe we could talk a little bit about that today.
Sure.
All right.
So there are a number of different things that happen with children with disabilities. First, there's early intervention.
Early
What
is that?
So early intervention is a program for children that are birthed to age 3.
Age 3. That sounds like an important number.
It's a very important number.
Okay.
And what that program does is to provide services for children that are developmentally not meeting the milestones of other typical children that age. And it's run by the county that the child resides in.
Oh, now is this available anywhere, any county in New York State?
Any county in New York State.
So if I think that maybe my child might not be meeting the developmental milestones, what should I do?
Well, first you go to your pediatrician and you ask about how your child's developing with the pediatrician. And then you find the telephone number for your local Department of Health in the county that you reside in.
So I'd have to call my county Department of Health.
Yep, and ask for the early intervention department. Or...
Oh, there's an or? I love or.
Or you can call RCAL because we have that information for you.
Oh, and so if I were a parent and I've got some early intervention services rocking and rolling, and maybe I'm having trouble communicating with my county about how things are progressing, could that be something you would help with?
Yes, you can give us a call and I can have a phone conversation with you and I can help you to have conversations with the people involved in your child's services. Because as an advocate, I want to help parents to learn how to advocate. I've been advocating for my oldest daughter for 27 years.
Wow, 27 years. So it sounds like you have a lot of experience.
Lots of experiences.
Okay.
So age 3.
Age 3,
So,
what happens?
So
what happens?
age
I'm
3,
I'm 3, what's going to happen?
So at age 3, when your child turns 3, your child now becomes part of the school district that you reside in. So if your child still didn't meet his or her developmental milestones when they turn 3 from early intervention.
And who decides that? My doctor still or somebody else?
No, the early intervention team as well as the committee.
So there's a whole team.
There is a team.
There is a team. I like teams.
And then the Committee on Preschool Special Education. So what will happen is there will be a multidisciplinary evaluation done on the child. So they cover all these different areas: cognitive,
which
physical,
is what? Thinking.
All the things, all the
Physical,
brain processes,
moving around,
physical,
right?
moving around,
What
sensory.
else? Sensory.
Yep.
Like my 5 senses?
Yeah, kind of, sort of like that.
Kind of,
and then
I
also
like that.
speech and language.
Oh, speech and
Communication.
language. Communicating.
Because it really is important that a child knows how to communicate.
Yeah, especially
for
at
school.
3, because, you know.
Yes, they do.
But they got to communicate, so.
So that transition's a little bit different because now the school district's involved in the school district that you reside in.
Okay.
And then there's this committee that's the Committee on Preschool Special Education, and parents are members.
Oh, so if I have a preschool age child, I get to be a member of this committee?
Yes, if your child...
But only for my kid, right? Not for all the kids?
No, not for all the kids. And if your child is classified as having a disability.
Oh.
An educational classifications. A little different.
How many are there of those? I heard there's 13. That's still...
Well, that's school age. This is just preschool.
For preschool.
Yes. So if they are diagnosed with having a disability and in need of preschool services, that will be determined after those evaluations are completed and discussed at that initial meeting, which is an eligibility meeting.
Oh, okay. So this sounds really complicated, but you make it sound simple.
It is simple. It's a lot easier. However, because as a parent, you always want what's best for your child, and it's difficult talking about your child's needs, but it's also important to make sure you include what your child's strengths are, because you are your child's best advocate and #1 teacher. So it's important for you to share what your child's capable of doing and also the things that he or she needs help with.
Well, that sounds pretty good.
Yes. And so then there's school age.
Okay, so now we're rocking and rolling.
So now that's
we went
age.
through preschool.
Yep, and now they're age 5, and that happens with blinking. Trust me, don't blink because it'll
Don't
happen
blink.
right away.
Don't blink.
So when they turn 5, now it's school age.
But what if my kid turns 5 in October?
Oh, that's fun times. That's fun times.
Are they still school age or are they preschool age?
Well, if they turn 5 before December 1st, they will be considered school age, and that's why lots of discussion has to happen about that.
Okay, so it's an important just little keep it right
Sure
right up
is.
here. Okay,
it is.
So assuming though that I am 5 years old and I'm off to kindergarten, what do I need to know?
So if your parent wants to continue with special education services for you for kindergarten and you're eligible for that, then you also might need additional evaluations like we talked about before.
So good to know.
And also kindergarten screening, kindergarten registration, all of that stuff has to happen, orientation.
Oh, okay. So that sounds pretty good.
And then there's a meeting for eligibility for the Committee on School Age Education. So that's 5 to 21.
So it doesn't just transfer? I don't just go from preschool to school age? The paperwork can't follow my kid?
No, it doesn't. And Hillary, that's what happened to me. I did not understand if my daughter was already in the school district, why do I need to fill out all that other paperwork?
I know, why?
Because it's a different program.
Okay. All right. So here we are. I'm in school. I did the paperwork. What happens next?
So when you have the meeting, and if your child is determined that he has one of those 13 classifications.
Oh, the 13. I knew they were somewhere.
It's a classification. It's not a label. We don't want to use the L word.
Got it.
And then services are going to be formulated, and your child will have an individualized education plan that you were a part of creating.
Okay.
And all the services that your child will need in order for him or her to be educated in that environment will be listed on there. So that's a lot of technical stuff, but if you call here, I can assist.
So I can call you and you can walk me through this?
I sure can.
Well, that's awesome.
And then I can advocate at those meetings for you. So one of the benefits of having an advocate is that the experience, understanding the law, the regulations of New York State, and also being a support for you when you're trying to be mama or papa bear and it's hard to remember everything, and to have somebody there that has your back and knows what questions to ask and what services that might be needed and other things that people might not think about at that meeting.
I love that. Because as a parent, it can be really overwhelming.
It's very overwhelming. And especially now. And I think it's important that parents know that there's resources out there and they're not alone, and that if they call here, we can assist. And I just want to remind everybody that you can also learn how to advocate for your child, because there's so many resources on the web, and RCAL's website lists a whole bunch of places that you can go to.
I love that.
Yes,
right? I love doing a little web hunting and becoming an advocate. It sounds fun. So, I have some friends who have some kids who have been really just hit hard by COVID. And so things were moving and grooving. COVID comes along, and now they're not getting the services they need, and they're not getting a lot of answers from the school district. Could they call you?
Yes, they can. And
if their child has a disability?
Yes, if their child has a disability. And also parents, if you have a child who's not been classified with a disability and you suspect, and you've noticed on their report cards that they're not seeming to be getting any better, their grades are not getting good, or they're not doing well, or the teacher's comments say they have a lot of difficulty in the classroom and they need a lot of assistance or one-on-one help, it's really good to call here to see maybe that your child might need an evaluation to get some services in school.
So now, I've made it through school. I'm about to graduate in the next year or two. What do I need to know?
So if you're classified with one of those 13 classifications, by law, you have until you're age 21.
21?
To graduate.
But what if my disability has me where I am graduated with my peers? Do I still have to stay in school till I'm 21?
If you're able to successfully graduate sooner than 21, and get any diploma or
Okay.
credentials that you need before then, you can graduate with your class.
Oh,
However,
okay.
if you need more time, you have that until you're age 21. So
what if I graduate though, and all my services that I get, like my speech and my PT and my OT, are tied to the school district, but I got my Regents diploma? Can I stay till I'm 21 to get services?
once you get your diploma, it's
you're
over.
Done. You're done.
And that's why it's important
Okay.
that you think about, do I want to be done yet? And also, when you mention transition, when you turn 14, I really think it's important for parents to remember and students to remember that you should start that transition process to kind of think about, what is it that, if you're the student, what do you want to do when you graduate? Where would you like to work if you want to work? What field? So you can start preparing a course of what you're going to need for high school credits, and
Sounds
maybe
smart.
job coaching,
Ooh, a job. I like the
a
sound
job,
of that.
and all the things that are going to need to prepare you, so when you do graduate, that you have those skills that you can either be going to a job, a trade school,
Okay.
college, or anything else you want to do when you graduate.
So that sounds like a lot for me as a parent. Do the schools help with transition planning?
Schools should be helping with transition planning because that's part of the individualized education
so
plan.
It's
There's
part.
a
It's going to
section.
be in my plan?
There's a section transition,
I love this.
and many school districts do have a transition specialist. So it's important to find that out right away, and your school guidance counselors would have that information as well, who that person might be.
So, Renee, this is all good information. And if I'm working with my district and I feel like maybe I've gotten stuck or hitting a brick wall, can I call you?
Call me.
Okay.
And please make sure that you leave your name and your telephone number, or you can email me.
Oh. So, Renee, if I call you and I'm a parent, are your services free?
Yes.
Oh, yay.
However,
Ooh, there's a however.
there's
Okay.
always a however.
However.
We are a non-for-profit organization, RCAL. And as you know, this year has been, and last year, and even the year before,
Oh, yeah, we've had quite a few years.
yes, we have not been able to do our fundraising like we have. So if you do not have to pay for services, but if you want to make a donation to RCAL, we would welcome that.
We love that.
Yes,
we
love
love
those
donations. And we can make donations right on our website, right, Renee?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
There's a link.
Ooh. And I can also
Click.
call you if I need special education advocacy, right?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Well, thank you, Renee.
You're welcome, and good luck.
Bye.
Bye.